So I trust you did take the time yesterday to meditate on Isaiah 50 verses 4 and 5, as we spoke about it here. And we were talking about learning to express the Father's heart and learning in a growing way to speak more and more fully with the Father's characteristics. So like the unity of his characteristics, not expressing one or the other, but like expressing him as a person. And here is an interesting thought, how does my complicated heart and my complicated mind simplify to that extent that I could express him? Because make no mistake, this is not about complex thinking. That it's not complex thinking that will enable you to express the Father, but actually greater and greater simplicity in our hearts, in our minds, in our words. This is something very powerful because it's easy to think that you accumulate great learning. Let's say in Christianity, you learn the whole Bible, you learn books on theology, you learn Christian, communication, whatever. I'm sure there are books about this. Then you are able to express the Father's heart. No, actually, God would bring our hearts to ultimate simplicity, so that we could just take from him and be pouring it out as we have received it, not overcomplicating it with ourselves in the process. And what leads us to how could our heart get so simple? How could our life, our inner life, get so simple that we could pour out the Father truly in this world? And that's why Isaiah 50 verse 5 is so important. The Lord God has opened my ear, and I was not rebellious, neither turned away back. So obedience in my heart, obedience in my life, obedience in my words, trusting God and submitting to him and obeying him. And as we do that, actually, we're learning simplicity. Our heart is because I have many troubled questions. Why? How? What's going to happen then? And is that going to be right then? Will I retain this? Or what if I lose that? But then God says, just trust me. Just trust me. And I learned to let go a lot of the complicated questions, and I learned to trust him. And I'm becoming more simple in my heart. And that is why I kept saying for a few days that this obedience thing, it must include me as well. Every one of us really need to think that way, because the beginning of wisdom is really the fear of God. That's how it works. Psalm 111 verse 10, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and good understanding have all they that do his commandments. His praise endures forever. And this is how it happens. Obedience brings us to a greater and greater simplicity of faith and life and thought and truth in us. And then we are becoming more and more able to pour out, to represent the person of the Father in this world. So that's, I think, good. That's good juicy stuff to chew on, to meditate on. God bless your day.